Well, I guess the topic is you.
Okay, okay.
So I would start. Like, would you like to tell us something about how you started dancing? How dance entered your life? How Lindy Hop entered your life?
Yeah, it was French accent, 2003. And I think my best friend told me that there was this dance I would like, and she took me, I think to a class or something like that. And I wasn't sure I wanted to go because I didn't like the teacher. But then I think a few weeks later there was a opening of a jazz bar, and I went to the opening and I saw Elsa Poppin on videos, and a few people were doing the Big Apple. Angela Andrews was doing the Big Apple there because she was, I think, dating a French person at the time. Anyways, and I was just like, wow, like I actually want to do this dance, and yeah, and then I went to the classes where I didn't like the teacher.
So it's a bit of Angela's fault and also the White is Lindy Hopper's fault.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of my best friend who also told me, I think you will like this. She was right.
Nice, yeah. And so, I mean, you've been through, you've seen a lot of changing also in the
Yes.
scene. Something that has been very inspiring for me is that at one point you started dancing on your own. I mean, the Lindy Hop scene, as I knew it when I started dancing about some 50 something years ago, was like couples, couples, couples. But then something started to change, and I think you were part of the people who were really an active part of this change. That also, as a woman, this was very inspiring.
Oh, that's interesting. Because yeah, I think there was a change. I wouldn't say I'm responsible for the change. For me, it's more like I saw it, and I never quite believed I could do it. But I I saw a possibility for progress. I think I realized, like, yeah, because I really like partner dancing and how it feels to dance with someone, but I could recognize that maybe I was not so comfortable like on my own. um, and it's still something that I'm working on. um, yeah, because I mean, Lindy Hop and jazz is endless. There's so much room to explore, so much music to listen to, so many different things to explore. But yeah, like being on your own and being uh, confident in how you feel the music and being okay with where you're at and how you want to express yourself is a good goal to have. It's a big work in progress, but yeah, it's a good goal to have. It's nice when you can just listen to music and dance. And I mean, it's a solo jazz in general is a big topic. I wish maybe I learned differently. It's still something that I'm trying to reckon with because we have um, a culture where we're coming from, but because we've been a bit disconnected from this culture, we're trying to understand it from, the outside. And you have the moves, and you learn the moves, and you learn the vocabulary, and then you execute it. And then one day you realize, okay, I'm doing the thing, but I could recognize when I do the solo jazz, it doesn't feel at all the same way it does when I do my Lindy Hop, because I just say the words, but I don't mean them, or I have not appropriated them yet. So, and it's really something that I'm working on now. Like, how do I express what I feel, what I hear, and still do reference to the culture that is there? But I think because I'm not born in that culture, I think it's a little bit harder to associate associate the two. And also, like, the culture we are part of is has different influences, and so I need to also accept who I am, and the fact that I will not be like the old clips that I watch because I have a different history. But yeah, solo jazz, big topic. I recommend that you work on your solo dancing. You listen to music and you see how it makes you move.
And so you a bit anticipated also something I was thinking
Uh-huh.
of asking you. What is your relationship with the culture? With that was the origin of this dance. Have you met also some of the people who created this dance? You've been so long also in the community.
Yeah. When I started, like there were now the people that were there teaching. There are not that many still there. Like Sky was there, Angela was there, and of the people that are still like here. And I don't think I've even ever learned from Frankie. I saw him around, but I don't think I took a class from him. So it was already like a bit
The
disconnected.
new
Yeah,
generation.
so my connection is just my connection to the music because I like the music, but that's not even why I started. I started because I liked drink drink drink. I like partner dancing. I like how it felt, and yeah, and then I think down the line I was like, this music is really cool, and that's kind of why I stayed. But yeah, my connection to the culture is really just mainly through the music. Also, because I'm not very good at memorizing history, or I'm not a big history fan in general. So I need to hear the same thing many times before it sticks.
But then, and in a way, you live this story every day because this story is also changing every day and it's moving forward.
Yeah, and that's also, yeah, it's also something to exactly the last 20 years I've been doing Lindy Hop, so I'm part of that history in my own lived experience. But it's it's interesting because you do have to question yourself of like about your lived experience and how detached it can be from the origins. So you need to question it, but you also need to accept it because jazz is about self-expression. So you need to accept who you are and where you're from, and at the same time, be curious enough to look um, in the past. But for me as well, not try to just copy it at face value. Just not only think, oh, I'm doing the move, got it. It's more about the values that we share in the dance that I think we try to respect the past, I think. Sorry for the stifles.
Oi, oi, oi. And so you said you what you loved at the beginning was partner dancing. What does partnership in the dance mean for you?
Um, because I had done a lot of solo dancing actually before, like, but jazz, ballet, contemporary, and feeling the movement of someone and how it affected me was super fascinating. So, like, just the physical connection of like sharing a movement with someone, I thought was amazing. So, I got really hooked on the feeling of dancing with someone. Um, Outside of the music, like, and I was trying to have my own understanding of what it meant to partner dance, so I took a lot of, I guess, maybe a wrong turn or weird turns trying to understand this thing. But dancing with someone and reacting to someone movements, I just think it feels like awesome. It's like a body high, maybe.
It feels also something like a bit of a magic thing that
Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah.
But so have you tried with the wrong turns? I mean, have you tried other kinds of dance, of
um
partner dance?
I did a little bit of salsa before I did Lindy
Hey.
Hop, but I don't think I understood anything. I think I was just in the class copying the moves that the teacher was doing, and I had no understanding that I was supposed to dance with the person I was dancing with. I was just doing the moves that the teacher was doing. I had no idea. I had no idea that there was a connection to the music either. Like, I was just like totally missing the point. And I think for Lindy Hop, I was just trying to understand how to connect with a person. but I didn't understand the connection to the music at all either for the longest time. So I was trying to find logical explanation on why we were doing this step and how the person could like make me do the steps. It was just very interesting.
That's super sweet, actually.
uh, I mean, I was trying my best to understand it, and I definitely taught a lot of things I would never do again. But you can only teach from your experience, you know. So you show what you understand, you teach what you understand, and then your understanding changes, and you're like, actually. And the more time passes, the less I think that understanding changes. Hopefully.
And what about the music? So you said also the music was not so important at the beginning. How important, or what is your inspiration from the music now,
mm, I
if
mean,
there is any?
I think I could at the beginning I could dance to anything that was not even swing, anything with a beat. I was like, I got it. I didn't understand swing, you know. Now my connection is, I guess I know what I like and what I don't like, and that's the best I can hope for anyone is to find their own taste. Listen to music, see what you like, what you don't like, and try to
What
see how the different yeah bands bring different things out of you.
I love this. You've been quite long. You said about 20 years in the scene.
Yeah.
What are things that you like, and you would like to see preserved, or what you would like to change?
I'm just happy to see people doing it, honestly, even if I think sometimes I see people doing it like in a way totally wrong. I would rather see people doing it totally wrong than not doing it at all, because we all come from somewhere, and I was definitely doing a lot of weird things and still enjoying it. So just want people to keep dancing and sharing space together, and maybe hopefully it's a place where we can come together and accept a little bit more our differences and still stay within the same space, you know. So I don't think we should all agree on what we like, what we don't like, what is right, what is wrong. I think jazz is very much about, like, I think, compromise, you know. And I think if we can emulate that in the scene, I think I'd be happy to see people that come from different places or that have different opinions share a space and try to share moments and communicate together. I think that'd be great.
I think it's a big, for me also, it's really a big contribution of this dance, the bringing of people who are so different together, and seeing that people bond, different ages, different histories,
Yeah.
different everything. It's really a beautiful thing.
And that's what I think I really like about jazz is I can see myself do it like when I'm very old, because it's not so codified. It's not about the aesthetic. It's just about the expression of the music through your body. I feel like even when my body won't be as able, I will still be able to express myself just within what my body will have at that moment. And I think it's great because like lots of dances don't have that. And so yeah, I'm really happy for that. I feel like it's something that I'll be able to keep on doing. I'll just adjust to feel the music and make it work, even if it means like maybe it starts to look smaller and smaller, or But I think you can have fun for a very long time with this dance. I think,
As long as the spirit is there,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, like if I think about Dawn, you
Yeah, I
know,
was thinking about Dawn when you were speaking. she was really moving. Sometimes her eyebrows, I remember, and it
Exactly, like
meant so much. Yeah.
because she exactly it's the intention. She's feeling the music, and you can see like she was doing more dancing just sitting than we were doing running around because we're just running around and not feeling the music. And she's like, I got this, and you're like, all right, noted.
Now I see what you mean.
Yeah.
um, Different topic. It's something that, I mean, I ask you questions that I would like to really speak about with you as a person. What's your relationship with your body? We get injuries with this dance. We get tired. We need to recover. Now you are also sick. It's I think it's a journey for everybody who is
Yeah.
also doing this in intense way in her life.
I think Lindy Hop allows me to have a good relationship with my body that I otherwise don't have. I feel like I don't have a good relationship to my body at all. I feel like being attached to a body means pain, and it's pain I don't want to feel. But Lindy Hop, like it's a moment where, whew, I didn't expect to feel emotional. It's a moment where I think I feel joy, or I feel good in my body, and I also feel grounded in a good way. Um, so yeah, it's a very grounding dance, and it's a moment where I think I'm at peace with my body, which a lot of the time I think is not the case. I think I'm not kind to myself in general, um, but when I dance, I think I am.
This is beautiful. And what about Alice? We can see that it's not only about dancing. I mean, I know you are also an architect. We were speaking about your drawings. I know you love fashion and colors. I mean, this is something that's visible. You're a very
Yeah,
creative person. What
yeah.
else would you like to be able to manifest in your life?
There's not enough time, but yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. We're, um, yes, I like being creative. I like embroidering. I like painting. I like drawing. I like sewing. I like tap dancing. So I try to do that on my free time, uh, and I'm struggling, because society makes you kind of like, so those things are the being creative is something I do for myself. It brings me a lot of pleasure, but then there's a little bit of guilt of feeling like, oh, should I be having fun or should I be trying to create a business out of it? And so I'm struggling, uh, enjoying myself and feeling like, am I wasting time? Uh, like, is it okay to be doing this even if you're just doing it for yourself without any peculiar goal behind it? How much time do I want to put into it? How serious am I about this? Do I just want to do it uh, for fun, or do I want to do it for fun, but a lot of the time? And yeah, before Lindy Hop, I just kept doing it because I liked it and kept doing it, and eventually became like my job. But I never went into it thinking, oh, I'm gonna do that job. And so I have other things I like that I hope can bring balance into my life. So I hope that I can do outside of Lindy Hop. But I haven't figured out yet how it works, especially with now two kids. I don't know. Too many hats. Not enough pets. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I need if anybody hear me and is a coach, or as is anybody is a clairvoyant and has the answer from me. I don't know. Help. I'm drowning.
Send the message
Yeah,
in the bottle.
exactly. Universe, I need help. That's what I'm manifesting. Ooh, take your time, universe. No rush.
And what about tap dancing?
Fucking love it. Fucking love it. Ah, love it so much. It's so hard. Uh, but I think I really like the struggle. I think I like working hard for something. And I don't think I'm good at it, but I love working on it. What I like is when you're really in the zone and you're just doing your little thing and you kind of feel like you're one with the music and you're just zone out and then time disappears and it's the best thing. And also like slow tap when I can really be meaningful about my weight shift. It just feels like probably like what Tai Chi is to some people, but a little bit funkier. Um, it's so nice and it's such a great. I feel like I'm also paying respect to Lindy Hop when I do tap dancing. I feel like it makes a lot of sense. Um, yeah, it's amazing.
It's such a strong part of the culture also, where all this comes from. Yeah, there is this rhythm
Yeah.
soul of the whole thing.
I haven't
Yeah.
figured out yet how to like really dance my tap dancing. I'm just tapping around. Sometimes I dance, but yeah.
I remember a very nice performance with Chesk that you did like last year
I
or
mean,
something.
I
Yeah.
keep trying. I'll
Yeah.
keep on trying.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
And actually, I've been thinking also about this. But, I mean, I'm switching between things,
Uh-huh.
but another thing that I found very inspiring about your attitude towards this world is that you also partnered with very, very different kind of people.
Yeah.
Also, someone like Chesko is very young and not many people knew him. I
Uh-huh.
mean, you kind of recognize talent, creativity in the people, and you make it express.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
a, how do you say, like a talent finder. I see the little flowers that bloom. I'm like, you're a good flower. I see you. I've done that a lot of times. Yeah, it's really nice to work with different people because they bring different things out of you. They get you out of your comfort zone. They have different perspective. Um, yeah, I've. It's always a bit challenging when you. I mean, not always. Sometimes it's really. Um, it clicks, but most of the time, I think when you start working with new people, you just come from different places, so it takes some time adjusting. But I think I've always learned something new. So yeah, it's a really really good thing.
And it's beautiful that you are still more and more yourself. No, I've seen you. I was really happy to see over the years that you could see more and more Alice.
Yeah, it takes time. I'm definitely, I think, an introvert, so doing this job is not a natural pick, but I think slowly with time you become more comfortable being in front of people and sort of, or you get okay with it, or you get so much joy dancing that it doesn't matter anymore. And I'm really happy because, yeah, when I look back, I was really scared, and I still got places, to go. But I feel like Lindy Hop allowed me to kind of accept myself and accept where I'm at and be uh, yeah, more accepting and to express myself. I think what I couldn't maybe say, I could dance it. It's really nice.
To have a language to say the things that we cannot express in other ways.
Exactly. It's just, yeah, you play music and you just work your shit out while in movement, and that's really nice. Yeah.
Something else you would like to tell us?
I don't know. Maybe one of you has a question. I don't know.
Any questions?
You have what?
Good, yeah.
Oh my god. Well,
No pressure.
no pressure.
I'm not sure.
Let's see if it's a trick question.
Okay. No, it's not a trick question, and I'm not sure if it's.
Yeah, yeah, you can say it. It's just a
It's
pine.
just.
It's pine tree.
Yes. No, no. I
Pine tree beauty.
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't come in that time at the beginning,
That's all right.
but yeah, I'm very curious. When was this shift moment for you in case of dancing? Because you said at the beginning it was just more about move, but not so much about like the core of the dance or meaning of the dance. Um, how you think when it happened, or maybe it was like a few points in your life when you feel like yeah, like now you start getting a little bit closer.
It's a very good question.
Thank you.
Just give me a back. I feel like my understanding of the dance, changed slowly over time. I don't think there's like one moment where I'm like, oh, now I get it. I feel like through time, every time I started understanding a little bit more, questioning what I thought I knew. Um, so I remember like little moments. The first moment where I think I understood kind of the idea of the pulse and using the floor. It's like I started feeling like what I had been talking about. So I'd been talking about it, and then one day I felt it, and I was like, ah, that's what I've been talking about. Uh, Same thing, you take classes, and they're like, yeah, you don't take your time, don't take big steps, and you're like, yeah, totally, I got it. And then a few years later, you're like, ah, now I got it. I got it. I got the info 2 years ago, but I didn't know it was me. But I get it now. And same with, I think maybe changing partners has helped me a lot with that because everybody has such different ways of doing it that it helped me understand, like, through everybody's truth, where the truth was, So, like, I was kind of really addicted to a certain type of connection. And if I didn't have that, it didn't feel right. And then I understood that the dance is a rhythmical expression and a feel, but that it's not so technically um, black or white because there are different ways to express a beat depending on how you move through space. So I think with experience, I understand more now how we can be doing something totally different and both be right in a way. But yeah, and it's still something like, for example, in solo, it's a place where I know I have so much room to grow because when I do Lindy Hop, I feel like I can keep the groove like most of the time, but when I do my solo, I usually lose it, and I feel so. I think for me, the body signal is like, when it feels right, it's probably right, and it probably looks right, and I think that's a good north to have. Um, yeah, but I think it just takes time. I don't think you wake up one day and you're like, yeah. Just you kind of look back and you're like, oh, that's where I'm coming from, and then you see the progress you've made. But hopefully, I'm sure there's. I hope, but also I'm sure I still have a lot of room to grow, and that's nice. Otherwise, like, I'll be like, huh, I'm done, got everything. But yeah, very good question. Thank you.
Someone else?
Like else? Oh, sorry. You said before that you got to love the music and now you know what you like and what you don't like. What music do you like?
I'm a big, 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 big fan of Lester Young and Teddy Wilson. Oh, I really love it. And Billie Holiday. Maybe because at heart I'm a little blue or something like that. I think I like, and I'm not a musician, so like I don't really know sometimes how to describe it, but I probably like a little bit more earlier swing than late swing because I think it's a little bit lighter and bouncier, and I feel like it's more maybe who I am. It's more how I feel like I like to move, and so that's what I connect with. For example, with Remy, he likes more rhythm and blues, and it's not my jam. It's a little bit too in your face for me. I don't know, and I can do it better now. But yeah, I think earlier 30s, subtle and blue, all the swing classics is what I like. But really, Teddy Wilson, Lester Young, and Billie Holiday, I I never get tired of it. I mean, you can't go wrong with Basie, obviously. So that's always really, really nice. But it took me a little bit more time to appreciate, I think, because maybe I don't come from music where there were too many things to listen to. Uh, I just didn't know what to do with all that information. So yeah, very good question.
So all the DJs in the world now, when Alice is attending, please.
I really like Francesca DJing. I don't know if you've heard her DJing, but her and Elena are, I think you two are my favorite DJs. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but it's not, you don't have
Yeah,
to
but
have the
it's
same
also,
favorite as
yeah,
me. I think what is just important is that you develop your taste, that you know what you like and why you like it, maybe because of how you feel to it. I don't know.
but I also love Lester and Billie Holiday and Teddy Wilson and this little gang.
Mm,
Joe Jones has been a
yeah.
big inspiration for me also. Someone else? I think we still have a few
Oh, it's
minutes.
a
You know,
watch. Any questions? I don't bite. You have one
you have
more?
another one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, do it. I'll take it.
Yeah, because Francesca at some point she asked you about your different partnerships, yeah,
Yeah.
and she said about Cesc. In my case, I want to ask about Felipe because I
Uh-huh.
think it was the same case. It was just like a growing dancers,
Yeah.
and then they start teaching with you,
Yeah.
and I suppose it was quite a lot of pressure for them as dancers, let's say,
Uh,
or maybe not. I don't know. How did you feel that, and how is it for you as, let's say, more experienced dancer, teacher, and for sure follower? Yeah,
yeah. That's a very, very good question again.
maybe. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, for Felipe, it's funny. Like we crossed paths many times, I think, in the beginning, but I didn't really